Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video we will learn about how you can make a menu, or you can say navigation, for your website. Okay, means how you can make a menu or you can say navigation for your website. Let's start the topic. Now you can see in this editor I have just written a predefined text. Okay, now you can see if I want to make the menu within the body tag, okay, within the body tag, what you have to do, just you have to give a button tag. Within the button tag, whatever text you want to define as a menu, just use it. Let it be, I say home I want to place, and you know button has a property type, and what type of button you want to make, simply put it as a button. Okay, now you can see I have just make a button, and in this button I have just defined the type as button, and within this I want to place the text, that is home. And now just copy this text. Okay, I want to make 5 menus, 1 2 3 4 5. Now you can see in each button this type will remain only button. Now within this button, just give this particular, just change the particular text. Let it be, I say about us. Okay, now I say I want to use services, and I say products, and I say let it be contact us I want to make. Now in my example I want to make these 5 buttons as menus. If I try to see the output on my browser, see, if I try to refresh my page, this is a page which I have saved. Okay, just refresh it. Now you can see these are the buttons. Now what I want to do is I want to make this these buttons as an animation CSS menu. Okay, I want to animate this and want to make it colorful with the help of some CSS properties. Now for that purpose we have to implement some CSS properties, and you all know that I have told you on my previous videos that how to use your CSS properties with the help of internal CSS, external CSS and inline CSS. Now within the head tag I just define a style tag. Okay, just you have to give style type equals to text/CSS. It means whatever you would write in this particular style tag will be indicated as your internal CSS. Okay, now in this internal CSS we will write all the CSS properties which we want to implement in our this particular web page. Now what I want is I want that these all buttons should be colorful. For that purpose you have to make it colorful. You have to implement the CSS properties. See, I want to make these buttons change. Okay, this is the button tag. In the CSS just give the reference of that particular button tag. Now I have just given the reference of the button tag. Now whatever you will implement, whatever property you will implement over here will change all the buttons altogether. I want to change its background color. Okay, let it be background color. I want to say let it be blue. Now see it, save it, and just try to refresh the page. You can see all the buttons are coming within the blue color. Now again I want to change the text color, and to change the text color we have a property color, and I want the color should be white. Save the page and just refresh it. Okay, just you have to make it colorful as per your own requirement. Now I want to set the font size. I want 16 pixels. I want to change its font style. For font style we will use a property, that is font family. I want Comic Sans MS. This is the font style which I want. Now just save and just try to refresh it. You can see the output is there. Now you can see if I want to make this button large, simply what you have to do, just you have to give a property, that is padding. Padding means just to give the internal space of the element. I want to give, let it be 15 pixels space in between the element. See, whenever you refresh the page you can see this is the padding. The internal spacing of the button and between the text is called your padding. Padding means the internal spacing. Okay, whatever space you want to give, if you want to reduce it, let it be 10 pixels as per the requirement. You can set it any of the size. Now you can see a border is there. If I try to zoom this, you can see, if I try to zoom this, you can see a border over here. I don't want this particular border. Okay, I don't want this particular border. What you have to do, give a property, that is border. I say let it be 0 pixel. It means the button's border will be now 0 pixel. You can see there is no border now. Now it is behaving like a normal text with the background color. Okay, first of all we have just make a button and we are converting this button into a menu. Okay, Now after giving the border, I want to make it more attractive. For that purpose, what I would like, I like to do, I just want to make a shadow for this. Okay, I want to make the shadow for all the buttons. To give the shadow to the button, we have a property that is box shadow. Okay, using this property, you can give the shadow to any of the element. It can be a button, it can be an image also. Okay, box shadow, I say let it be 0 pixel, 5 pixel, 0 pixel, and the color I want is black. Now see, what are these parameters? The first one is your x-axis, and then it is y-axis, and then it's blur. Okay, this is blur, and this is the color of the shadow in which you want to say. Now I don't want to blur it, I just mention it as 0 pixel. Now I want that box shadow, the shadow of the button will be in y direction. It means that your shadow will come in vertical form. Okay, just save and try to refresh it. You can see the shadows over there. Okay, if you want to blur it, just define its intensity. I say 10 pixels blur I want to use. Just save it and refresh it. You can see the blur is all over there. Okay, it means the soft shadow. If you want to make it hard, just put it as 0 pixel and just try to see the output. Okay, it's not mandatory that you have to give vertical shadow. If I put this parameter as 0 pixel, and the first parameter which represents your horizontal direction, that is x-axis, I put it 5 pixels. Now you can see your direction of the shadow will change. It is coming towards x-axis in horizontal direction. Okay, but in my example, I just put it like a vertical direction, that is 5 pixels. Now this is the output. Now what I want is I want to make it animate. Okay, if you want to use these buttons as it is, you can implement this buttons as it is onto the web page, but I want to make it animate. Animate means whenever user places the pointer or the mouse onto any of the button, it will move in vertical direction or in horizontal direction and change its color. Okay, whatever animation property you want to set, you can set. Okay, now how to animate? See, whenever you want to animate any of the properties in CSS, we have a property that is transition. Okay, transition hyphen duration. Okay, transition property, I say let it be all. What it means? I want to implement any of the property which I want to use. Okay, transition property all means I want to animate all of the properties which I want to animate. Okay, and after that we have to implement one more property, that is transition duration, that is I say 1s, that is called 1 second. Okay, if you want to set this transition animation up to 5 seconds, you have to mention 5s, whatever duration you want to set. Okay, I want to set it as 1s, that is 1 second. Remember one thing, don't give any space between 1s, it's a single word. Okay, 1s. Okay, it means transition property means I want to animate any of the property which I want to animate. Okay, and the animation duration will be of your 1 second. Okay, this is called your transition properties. Now how to see these effects? This will not affect onto the output right now. Okay, there will be no changes in this particular thing, because I have to animate now that what property I want to animate. Here I just mentioned the all property. Now what property I want to animate, I have to mention it over here. Okay, after closing this particular curly braces within the button tag, see these are the normal properties of the button tag. Okay, now what I want is whenever user places a mouse or the pointer over the button, it will animate in one sense. In what sense? Maybe it change its color, maybe it's change its shadow direction, maybe it will increase the size. Okay, so that is called transitions properties. For that purpose, what you have to do, I am going to use the button for animation, colon, I say hover. Now you will say that what is hover? Hover is a pseudo class. Hover is a pseudo class. I just write it over here. Okay, hover it is a, I just make it a comment over here. Okay, I just make it a comment over here just for the understanding of you. Hover is a pseudo class. Okay, P is silent over here. You can say pseudo class. Hover is a pseudo class which can be used for animation purpose. Okay, for the movement purpose. Now you can see whenever, it means whenever user places the pointer over the button okay, whatever property you will write over here, they will animate. Okay, now what property I want to animate, you have to define it over here. Suppose I want to change the color from red, from blue to red. See, initial color of the text is your white, okay, and I want to change the white color of the text from white to red. Now when this color will change, whenever you place a mouse over the button, that is called pseudo class. Okay, see, refresh it and just place the mouse over here. You can see this is hover, this is out, this is hover, this is out. Whatever property you want to set, you can set it. I want to change this background color. Background, I say color hyphen color, let it be, I say I want to set red itself. Text color, let it be yellow. Okay, you can place any of the color. See, refresh the page and try to place the mouse over the image, over the button. See, you can see it is animating. Okay, it is transitioning smoothly. See, okay, now I want to animate the shadow also. For shadow, what you have to do, I want box shadow is there. For shadow, you know, we will give this property. This was the default parameters. Now I say 0x, I say 7x, PA pixels, 0 pixels, and color I want black. Means whenever you place the mouse over the button, okay, initial box shadow in y direction is 5 pixels, but now it will be 7 pixels. See, save it and try to refresh it. See, you can see shadow is moving slightly. Okay, if you want to see more effect, just try to increase the direction or the size of the vertical direction, y axis. See, refresh it. Now you can see. Okay, you can see the changes like this. Now this is the shadow which I have changed. Now if I want to move the button, I want that the button should move in vertical direction. That what you have to do, we have to give one more property, that is transform. Okay, transform is the property in which you can move an element. Within the transform, I will use a property that is translate y. Translate y means you want to move it in vertical direction, that is y direction. Okay, how many pixels I want to move? I want to move 5 pixels. Okay, see, save it and refresh it and try to place a mouse over the image, over the button. See, every button is moving like this and the transition is changing smoothly within 1 second. Okay, shadow is as per the requirement. Okay, whatever property you want to see, you want to set, this is only purely on your choice. Okay, that whatever you want to set the properties. These kind of animated buttons, menus you can make with the help of your CSS properties. This is not mandatory that you will use y axis. If I say translate x, okay, refresh it, you can see it will change the direction in x axis like this. Okay, I set it to y axis. Now the speed depends on this particular duration. If I say I want to translate transitions for this particular buttons should be in high speed, okay, just mention, I say 0.5s, it means half second. Okay, refresh it. Now you can see the changes. Okay, whatever property you want to set over the button, these are the by default properties, these are the hover properties, and as I said, hover is a pseudo class, and these are the properties whenever you will place the mouse on any of the object, it will animate. Now suppose I want to make these buttons as rounded corners. Okay, I just place it as 1 second, so that animation should run smoothly. Okay, now what I want is I want to animate, I want to round the corners of this particular button. For that purpose, what you have to do, we have a property that is border radius. It means it will round the corners of the object. How many pixels? Let it be 10 pixels. Okay, save it and just try to refresh it. Whenever you place the mouse over the button, you can see the buttons are coming in rounded corners. You can see this is purely on as per your requirement, that what type of property you want to implement. Now this is called your CSS based menu. One of the example of this one. Okay, you can use this particular menus for onto your website. Okay, I hope you are liking this particular video and my previous videos. If you are liking my videos, please like, comment and subscribe my channel. Thank you.